People are starting to understand how amazing America truly is, rather than just listening to the media and what other people have told them.
Everyday America people finally get their moment in the spotlight. Seeing the way you've welcomed the Scots in Boston, the Algerian folks in Kansas, the Dutch in Texas, it's just been beautiful.
What's going on? This doesn't happen in European countries. This doesn't happen in the UK. How cool is that? Even just an eagle flying around a stadium.
What is this? Did we hear that right? Europeans are famously picky and are among the most football crazy. They came to America thinking they would only watch one game. But America gave them something no one was prepared for. Some people even declared they would stay in the US after exploring Dallas, New York, and Boston. What the hell is happening at the World Cup in the US? Today, we will check in at 3 major cities in the US. Let's start in Dallas, where young people from Japan and the Netherlands first experienced Texas-style BBQ. This is where English fans, German fans, and even some Spanish fans flock to watch the match. But to be honest, what they remember the most is not the match.
This is your first ever time eating Texas barbecue.
Amazing! I love it!
Hey, first bite. First bite, man.
Amazing! The Texas tender. Umami, delicious.
Look at the expressions on those guys' faces when they put the Texas BBQ ribs in their mouths. Amazing, the word I heard the most. Some even got shocked without having eaten a single bite. In Europe, specifically in England or the Netherlands, their culinary culture leans towards sophistication, with perfectly portioned meals and very little use of strong spices. A serving of ribs brought to the table at a restaurant over there looks very elegant. But when it comes to America, especially right in the heart of Texas, the culinary mindset is completely turned upside down.
Let's try the best Texas barbecue in Texas.
Texans have a very famous slogan, "Everything is bigger in Texas." BBQ here is not just a dish, it is a religion, a cultural heritage smoked with oak for dozens of hours. They don't sell by the plate, they sell by the slab, by the pound. For Americans, the size of the meat reflects hospitality and abundance. As for Europeans, this is the first time they understand what it means to eat American-style meat. Rustic, rich, and gigantic.
We're not used to meat being soft enough to just rip it apart without a knife. Okay. I mean, that's not normal. Mate, cheers. Cheers to the best ribs in America.
Perhaps this is the booze cuisine achieves what no travel advertisement can do, winning over a skeptic with just one bite. But the culture shock isn't just on the plate. It is also right on the streets of Dallas.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Wow! Look closely at where they are walking. That's a highway, not a pedestrian sidewalk, emphasizing that it's a highway in Dallas. To elaborate a bit more on the urban studies aspect, we will see a classic cultural shock here. Europe or Japan is planned according to the compact city model, meaning everything from shops, train stations, to schools are close together, prioritizing pedestrians and public transport. Europeans and Japanese can live their entire lives without needing a driver's license. But the United States, especially the southern states like Texas, is a symbol of car-centric culture, urban areas centered around cars. In Dallas, if you don't have a car, you're almost paralyzed. The roads are expanded indiscriminately, with some highways having up to 14 lanes interwoven like a spider's web. I have a close friend who just moved to Dallas. On the first day, he video called me, his voice trembling because he couldn't find a pedestrian crossing to cross the street. The World Cup fans in the clip are trying to apply their walking habits from their home country in America, and they are completely overwhelmed by the massive scale of the infrastructure, which was designed to serve V8 engines, not human feet. But what makes Dallas interesting in this World Cup is perhaps the vibrant and colorful cultural exchange. Look at this. Oh, this energy. The vibe of European fans is spot on, no doubt about it. Drinking is the main thing, having fun is the most important, and the match result? We'll figure it out later.
Like to join.
At this point, I want to ask you a question. Do you wonder why Dutch fans have the ability to turn any place they step into an orange nightclub? In behavioral psychology, this is called the community bonding effect through visual identity. When they all don the bright orange, they are no longer individual entities. They become a single entity representing joy. I really admire their philosophy. If they win, they celebrate. If they lose, they still party to lift their spirits. For them, sports are a tool to enjoy life, not a place to harbor frustration or resentment. Look at them pulling even the Native Americans into the fun. That moment really gave me goosebumps. This is the pinnacle of connection culture.
I want to go there. I want to go there. I want to go there so bad.
Do you see, brothers? Good food, macro infrastructure, and football are the strongest catalysts for people to explore and understand each other. Seeing my Dutch friends clean the barbecue tray without leaving a single strand, you can tell they've been completely conquered by America. The combination of Europe's fervent energy and America's grandeur truly creates a unique experience. If you also enjoy the way I watch and dissect these interesting cultural perspectives, then don't hesitate for a second to smash the subscribe and like buttons for me. That's the best way for YouTube to know this is a quality video and recommend it to more people. Has the orange whirlwind in Dallas been enough to blow your mind, guys? If not, buckle up because the next stop in Boston will be an even more wallet-draining and crazier culinary shock for the Scottish lads. Let's go, brothers! If New York overwhelms Scottish fans with its scale and relentless pace, then Boston brings a completely different atmosphere. To the point where this uncle had to exclaim, "Wow, this uncle is really bold, guys." He made a bold statement, disregarding even his wife back in the countryside, an experience better than the wedding day. But it's true that Boston gives many fans a feeling that it is friendly more local. And to be honest, it might be a lot more fun. From the very first frames, we saw the Scottish fans almost taking over the entire city centre. To be honest, looking at this scene, I thought Scotland had just moved its capital to Boston. The Scottish flag appears every place. The sound of singing echoed from the bars. Groups of strangers drape their arms over each other's shoulders as they walk down the street, as if they have known each other for many years. Really, wherever you go, you see the Scottish flag. But what I like the most is that the locals don't avoid or feel uncomfortable. They always join in. That is what creates the festive atmosphere that many international tourists are surprised by when they come to the US.
I think it's honestly beautiful how such a game, could mean so much to all these people. It gets me in my feelings a little bit, because this is such a powerful game that can bring people together.
This is perhaps one of the things that makes the World Cup special. It turns complete strangers into a temporary community, and America is enjoying that. If there is one concept that shocks Europeans the most when they come to the US to watch sports, then it is definitely tailgating, the American parking lot party. Americans turn pre-game preparations into a massive picnic with pickup trucks, mobile barbecue grills, and high-powered speakers. Scottish fans feel right at home here. Back home, they mainly gather in cramped pubs before the match starts. When they arrived in America, encountering this vast open space combined with beer, how could the old continent friends not be overwhelmed by the generosity of America? After the atmosphere outside on the streets, let's stop by some restaurants to see how the customers review the cuisine of this city. They really know how to appreciate it. Clam chowder in Boston is truly worth savoring. It's not a fancy or extravagant dish, it's just a simple bowl of clam chowder. But when made correctly, it brings an extremely pleasant feeling, thick and creamy, rich and creamy, rich. The kind of dish that makes you want to sit down, relax, and finish the whole bowl without realizing how time flies. Okay, but the dish that surprises many tourists even more is found in a pizza. Look at his face, tears welling up, his eyes are all red. By the way, let me explain a bit about the culinary map so you guys can easily visualize it. He looks like he's struggling, but actually, for the taste buds of Asians or Americans like us, the spiciness of jalapenos is just at a beginner level, very mild, mainly just hot and stimulating to the palate. But why do the Scots get so worked up about it? Because in the traditional culinary culture of Scotland, or the United Kingdom in general, they rarely use spicy seasonings. Their food leans toward the original flavors of meat, potatoes, rich cream soups, or light-flavored stews. They almost never have the habit of eating fresh chili or spicy sauces in their daily meals. Therefore, when this guy daringly tried a slice of American-style pizza loaded with jalapenos, his taste buds were completely shocked. It felt like a flavor explosion that he had never been mentally prepared for. Indeed, it was a memorable lesson in when in Rome, do as the Romans do. But he chose the wrong level of challenge.
All right, what do we think?
Large animal died to provide
Do you have something like that in Scotland?
Oh my God. Look at that lobster roll, guys. The lobster meat is so abundant that it's about to spill out. Watching this part, many people's stomachs must be growling in protest, craving it fiercely.
Try Waffle House for the first time.
Good thing I don't know what ass is like. Come on, y'all like I eat ass? I do like I eat ass, don't I? Yeah, good job.
Why you gotta find me a cheesecake? You know I love to go there.
Bro, look how thick it is. Go to the cheesecake page. That's got to be about 40 cheesecakes. This place has every single food that's ever existed ever in the history of the world.
Lobster roll review here in Boston. $34 from Powley's.
The price of $34 for a sandwich is quite high, not low at all. At first glance, everyone thinks it's a bit expensive for a street food. But look at the way the Americans make it. Half a fresh, sweet lobster, lightly mixed with a bit of mayonnaise and melted butter, sandwiched in a golden toasted bun. Boston is the capital of seafood in New England, and the lobsters here are caught fresh daily, so their freshness is beyond question. My Scottish friend made a comment that I found extremely profound. It's absolutely worth a long flight of thousands of miles. Because what you are paying for right now is not just a meal to fill your hungry stomach, but the value of a top-notch culinary experience right at the place of its origin. When you get to eat the best dish in the most wonderful city during the most vibrant festival season, then $34 or even more becomes an incredibly good deal. You see, America, through the eyes of European fans, is not just about dry skyscrapers. It is a colorful cultural tapestry full of hospitality and delightful surprises. From the gigantic beef ribs in Dallas to the overflowing lobster rolls in Boston, America is proving to the whole world that they can win over even the most discerning guests. I really enjoy sitting here with you all, unpacking and exploring these profound perspectives through each frame. If you also love this energy and want to accompany me on the next journeys, then don't hesitate for a second to hit the subscribe button and give me a like. Your interaction is the biggest motivation for me to continue improving quality content like this every day. Boston has left behind such sweet and wonderful memories, but the journey of exploring America for the World Cup fans hasn't stopped yet. Right now, I will take you straight to the heart of the world, New York City, where Brazilian and Moroccan fans are creating the craziest energy showdown ever right in the middle of Times Square. Let's go, brothers. New York is waiting. Especially, look at the Moroccan fans. I have to pause to share a bit because I have a close friend of North African descent. He used to tell me a lot about the football culture in this region. For the people of Morocco and neighboring countries, football is not merely a recreational sport, it is their breath, their honor, a part of their very being. When they cheer, they bring with them all their passion, the thunderous drumbeats that echo through the sky, and a fiery, resounding spirit, unafraid of anyone. Look at how a small group of Moroccan fans, lost in the sea of huge Brazilian fans, still confidently sing loudly and beat their drums with their heads held high. That indomitable energy immediately reminds me of the stories my friend tells about his homeland. It creates a strange resonance, proving that no matter where you come from, when you share a passion, you will automatically find common ground in America. I really had to rub my eyes several times because I couldn't believe these officers were smiling. Instead of being serious, they were smiling brightly, lightly swaying to the music, and even high-fiving foreign fans. If any of you have ever researched or had the chance to visit New York, you would know that NYPD officers are famously extremely serious, cold, and always keep a cool head to manage security in one of the most complex megacities in the world. Their work pressure is enormous. Yet, in the face of the enthusiastic yet civilized wave of World Cup fans, the barriers of distance seem to have been completely erased. They are no longer the rigid law enforcers standing opposite the crowd. They have become a part of the festival. In behavioral psychology, this is the phenomenon of positive emotional contagion. When the energy of pure joy reaches a sufficiently high threshold, it has the power to melt away all daily defenses or tensions. Soccer, in some miraculous way, has transformed New York into a safe space where people can exchange high fives and friendly smiles without a hint of caution. Truly too humane.
It's been a very long time coming, and I'm so excited that my Knicks finally brought a championship home.
And here, this is the moment of double joy. A World Cup match takes place on the very night the New York Knicks basketball team wins the championship after half a century of waiting. For those who are not familiar with American sports culture, fans of the New York Knicks are known as one of the most passionate fan groups in the NBA. The shouting, wild dancing in the streets, or celebrating in the subway station are their signature specialties. And look, those European fans, who are only used to grass football, now blend seamlessly into the crowd celebrating American-style basketball. They put their arms around each other, shouted loudly together, and performed crazy celebration moves. This moment marks an important milestone. Our friends from the old continent officially receive their ticket to become local New Yorkers, true native New Yorkers. America seems to have assimilated them with its irresistible sports energy. When you dare to shed your hesitation and celebrate their victory with the locals, you are no longer a tourist. You have become a part of this city. Watching this, I truly felt the so-called healing power of a global sports festival. New York not only welcomed them, but also made them a part of the city's celebratory history. If you are also getting caught up in this fiery vibe, filled with interesting and smart cultural stories, then take a moment to hit the subscribe and like button to support me. Your interaction is an invaluable motivation for me to continue dissecting high-quality content like this. New York has brought an incredibly satisfying conclusion to the journey of exploring America for European fans. But our video still has a very important part ahead.
People are starting to understand how amazing America truly is, rather than just listening to the media and what other people have told them.
People who aren't American, who have travelled to the World Cup, are realising they've been lied to.
For decades, Europeans have only seen America through the lens of movies or heavy news reports about the expensive healthcare system or security issues. They assume that America is an unstable place filled with unhealthy fast food. This is also understandable because in psychology, we often see a fairly common phenomenon, which is people tend to stereotype a country through sensational, negative news in the media. But the World Cup appeared like a game-changing boost. It forces those who had never intended to go to the US to pack their bags and experience it for themselves. So when they set foot here, they realize the completely opposite reality. Americans are extremely hospitable, friendly, they love cooking, enjoy sports, and have a very dynamic lifestyle. It turns out that their long-held prejudices were just soap bubbles inflated by the local media.
The craziest thing here in America. So it's blazing hot outside. But look at this. I'm going to step into this establishment and it's chilly. It's hot outside, but when you step in, it's like a winter's day.
Witnessing old prejudices being shattered and replaced with smiles and satisfied, full bellies of international friends makes me feel that this year's World Cup is more meaningful than ever. America doesn't need to explain much. Just let reality speak for itself. If you also feel proud and love these deep, energetic cultural insights of mine, don't forget to smash the subscribe and like buttons right away. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the next explosive reaction episodes. So, the explosive journey of World Cup fans in Dallas, Boston, and New York has come to an end. It can be seen that the World Cup is not just a tournament. It is an invisible bridge that shatters media prejudices, bringing people from distant cultures closer together, eating, sleeping, and partying wholeheartedly in a huge sleepover. After watching the entire video, I truly felt a surge of positive energy and a deeper appreciation for the wonderful cultural values around me. If you also enjoy the way I watch and dissect cultural perspective, psychology, and deep intelligent behind-the-scenes stories like this, then don't hesitate for a second to hit the subscribe button and give me a like right away. Don't forget to leave a comment below to let me know which stop impressed you the most: the grandeur of Dallas, the cuisine of Boston, or the craziness of New York. Your interaction is the greatest source of energy for me to continue releasing higher quality reaction videos every day. And one final note, everyone. All the analyses and opinions in today's video are entirely based on my personal perspective and experiences, and in the spirit of respecting cultural differences, and do not represent any organization or system policy. The video is made for the purpose of entertainment and sharing knowledge in a civilized and safe manner on the platform. Thank you all so much for accompanying me to this moment. And now, goodbye, and see you again in the next explosive reaction masterpieces. Bye-bye.